Hi, my name is Daniel Kazani and I'm the founder of SoftUp Technologies, a remote software development agency in Europe. My goal for this video series is to help at least one founder find their next development partner or improve existing relationship with their current one. I've been sitting on the buyer and seller side of software development services for over 8 years, and I know the challenges, the pitfalls for finding and setting up the right software development team. So let's jump into it. Alright, so welcome everyone. This is video 1 out of 30 of the video series here at SoftUp. Today we're going to talk about why top developers don't get local rates. So there is this misperception in when it comes to hiring remotely or outsourcing that when you hire from a lower income country, say Eastern Europe or Africa or Southeast Asia, you will get a huge, let's say, cost advantage from hiring in these countries for development roles. This tends to be the case for most roles, but not all of them. And that's what I wanted to talk about today. And this is, let's say, a trend that it's happening right now or has been happening since COVID. It didn't used to be that way, but it's something that we've been seeing recently. So what has happened is before the pandemic, you had primarily tech companies hiring tech people or tech talent, right? And after the pandemic, all companies started hiring tech talent. So now you have this competition for technical talent, and the global supply of developers didn't increase so much in the meantime. I mean, it's just been steady going up, but the demand has disproportionately been going high, up as well. Companies now, there are still companies that are hiring to reduce costs, but there are also companies that are hiring just because they cannot find anyone in their vicinity, in their country, in their continent. So you have this, again, convergence in demand in these lower income and developing countries. Maybe to illustrate this even better, I created a small graph here. So the orange line is, and this is not really scientific, but it's more of an illustration. The orange line is a graph of compensation as skilled and experience go up in lower income countries, and the blue line is a compensation vs experience graph in developed countries. And obviously, as with everything else, the more experience and the more skill you have, the better you get paid. However, there's a huge gap when you get started, and this gap converges the more skills and the more experience you have. So the cost advantage of hiring remotely actually decreases the higher the experience and the higher the skill sets of the person you're hiring. To put that into perspective, what does it mean? Is basically if you're hiring a developer who deals or can build or deals with high volume of transactions, super critical production data, just making sure that an application is live and transacting and making users happy at all time, and it's highly visible, it really doesn't matter how much this developer is paying for rent or for groceries, right? So it's just a unique skill set, and if I can't find it within 100 kilometers or 100 miles within my vicinity, I will just hire it wherever this person exists within my budgets. So it's becoming the higher the experience and skills, the less relevant it becomes for these companies who can't hire the right tech talent for their team. So this is, by the way, true across the board, right? So this is if you're hiring remotely for FTEs, so full-time equivalents. If you're hiring agencies or if you're hiring freelancers, this is happening kind of across the board. So it's a phenomenon that we've been noticing, and it's something that it's kind of happening globally, but not so many people seem to talk about it in a straightforward way. And I just want to share this with everyone.